Okay, hold on, guys. Camlink. Having an audio issue, go figure. How you guys doing? Can you hear me? Okay, let's hope that this is working. Can't hear you. Thanks, Vale. I can hear you now. I don't know what happened. It's really weird. My eCam is normally defaulted to my system that I have, but for some reason it hooked up to Zoom. I don't know, but let's hope that the audio is working and I'm coming in clear. So hello from Long Island, New York. It's so good to see you. And day 2, hey Vale, good to see you. So I will start off that intro a little refreshed with some audio that you can hear. And the whole point of today is we're going to talk about camera confidence and some presentation skills that you can use to really level up your event. It's not just about the day that you host the online event, but all the planning, all the details that happen before you even show up for your event. And that's how you really create success for anything, isn't it? Planning, preparing, and then doing the work and sticking through it. So if you are with me live, drop a hashtag live. And we're going to dig in today and give you some tools that can help you, whether you are a business owner, an entrepreneur, a business leader. One of the key things that you got to remember, knowing how to connect with people, whether in person or on camera, is really one of the main essence of life, right? We're humans. We like being social. We like connecting with other people. And yesterday we had a chance to talk about quality leads. Today we're going to talk a little bit about camera confidence and ways for you to improve your presentation skills. Tomorrow, 2 p.m., yes, on a Saturday, we're going to talk about revenue generating strategies, some of them that you probably have never even thought of for your event. So I'm really looking forward to that. If you haven't registered, you can still go over to elizabethmorosco.com the art. This is going to give you access to our replay page. It's a special page that only people that register will have access to. And after today, you're definitely going to want to register because I have some freebies that those who register, you're the only ones that are going to get it. So make sure you go do that real quick. But homework. How'd you guys do on your homework? Did you do it? I saw Shayna posted her homework. So that was a big high five. Get it, girl. Get that homework done. So this is going to be something like what we used, what we did for homework yesterday. You're going to kind of build on it for something you're going to do for your homework today. So if you didn't do your homework, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it because we'll be rolling it out tonight. You can do this over the weekend. The whole thing is just don't give up. One of the most important things with anything with business is persistence and grit. Hiccups are going to happen. Things are going to go wrong. In fact, let me see if on this other screen if my audio works. Hold on, we're going to do a test. Is it working? Yay! Yay, full screen, it's working. But in life, things happen, and including your business. Like last night, Sheena knows this because she and I were texting late at night. My email system crashed. Did you guys get the updates for everything that's happening with mail? This new compliance for email that kicked off February 1st? Oh, yeah. So I had all my emails set up for this event. Yeah, poof. And I could have said, I give up. I did not. 3 hours last night. But we worked through the email. We got it fixed. And we're rolling. The same thing with your events. You're going to have hiccups that happen. It may happen while you're on camera. That's okay. You roll through it. Just 30 seconds ago, 2 minutes ago, I had an audio issue. Hiccups are going to happen. And I want you to be comfortable with that because, number one, people like bloopers. Nobody likes it when everybody's perfect, right? Who's down for a good blooper? I like bloopers. They kind of make us all feel like we're all human, right? So remember that as we start to move forward with the content that we're going to have. If you don't get something right away, you get back up. That's the key thing. She got back up, right? Okay, so I want to, make the most of this. If you know somebody that needs help with camera confidence or presentation and you get something out of this video, forward it with them. And if you can, drop me some love because Facebook right now doesn't like me. They have my profile page shadow banned. The only way that I get momentum is through things that we're doing. So give me a thumbs up. Tell other people about it. And throughout this whole process, you guys keep an open mind. If you do that, we're going to have a lot of fun. And you're going to gain a skill set that you can use for the rest of your life with what we're going to show today. All right? So you ready? All right. Let's some fun start. But before we get into it, the big thing is remembering patience and practice. Okay? So many times we see athletes that train. Maybe they start doing track when they were a young kid, and then before you know it, they're doing those hurdles and jumping over them like they're little pebbles. But that didn't happen in a day. There's many times that they were knocking those things over, falling, tripping, scraping knees, doing all kinds of hiccups that may have left them thinking, I don't know if I can do that. But because of their ability to be patient and their willingness to keep practicing, they end up cultivating a really powerful skill. And we see some of those people go to the Olympics, do incredible things, break records. But it wasn't because they went right off the gate and said, I'm a winner. So why do we feel entitled that we should be the same thing, same experience with presentation? You're human. It's a skill set. You got to practice, and then you become better. And if you're patient with yourself, it can become an incredibly powerful skill set for speaking and presentations. And quite frankly, it's a form of art. Communication is a form of art. It's beautiful. With music, you hear different layers of music and maybe vocals, right? The same thing with these skill sets. There's many different layers. The more you practice, the better you're going to get. And after today, you should walk away having a really feel-good way about being on camera. And I got a hack for you in case you don't feel comfortable being on camera at all. But I do want to share this with you. Our package that we're going to offer through this 3-day challenge is our event and marketing transformation package. And it has not only the resources for creating an amazing event, but support that can help you get there so that you're not doing it all on your own. And we'll talk a little bit about this, and I want to get into the details, but I do want to show this to you in case this is something that you are interested in. It's a 3-month mastermind where you're going to lock arms with me. We're going to map out your entire event. There are training videos in our Beams member portal you'll have access to, but this is far above and beyond just a series of live videos. This is a group approach where I will help you walk through all the steps of your event planning, logistics, all the details so that you know that you're prepared for RSVPs, show-ups, all the details. And it's also going to give you access to our Kudos Journey membership for free, which includes a lead magnet that you can send out to all of your contact people. This goes back to another strategy tying into don't just keep saying, buy my stuff. I want to show you ways that you cultivate relationships so that when you do host that event, people are ecstatic and you've been in touch with them and you've cultivated this relationship. So this total package is valued at $2,980, but today you have an option that you can get in for just $997, or you could do 3 payments of $400. So imagine if planning all of the details for your online event and you can lock arm in arm with someone who has 20 years experience with events and marketing. I'm going to share all of my knowledge, but it's not just me sharing knowledge. I'm going to give you templates. I'm going to help you create a personalized event strategy so you know exactly what to do. This is not going to be a cookie cutter blueprint. It's going to be personalized to your needs and what you have going on. But it is simplified so you don't have to feel overwhelmed of creating like a great big deck of a marketing plan. We don't have time for that. I want you to be able to turn around the knowledge that you gain from this 3 days and from the 3 months when you sign up for the program to be able to turn it around and start implementing it into your business right away. But having these presentation skills is absolutely key, because if you don't know how to communicate online and actually in person, it puts you in a position of having barriers for opportunities. So break through those limits that you have in your mind. Commit to yourself to run with me for 3 months. We're going to roll out something amazing so that 2024 is a year that's filled with you being able to focus on what you love, along with a team partner that's going to show you how to reduce your workload, work more efficiently, improve your presentation skills, overcome tech hiccups that you might have from live streaming or many of the other things that will happen. Because let's face it, life happens and so do hiccups. So this is a great opportunity for you to come be a part of something that's above and beyond just you doing it on your own. You can go to kudosjourney.com. You can sign up right now. This offer is going to be available until Tuesday midnight, so take advantage of it. For those that sign up by close of business today, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, okay. We'll say, because it's 2 o'clock, we'll say midnight tonight, because I do have some people that are in way different time zones, midnight tonight. If you sign up, I'm also going to give you a presentation design that I work with you up to 25 pages, okay? But you have to sign up by midnight tonight. That's worth over $500. And if you understand how I do presentations, you're going to understand some of the things that are very simple that can make it easier for you to get your message out, and have it look professional. And I don't know if I've told you guys this. When I worked at Ford Motor Company. I was in their management role. They sent me to Dale Carnegie training. So for over a year, I was in the Dale Carnegie program. It was incredible. It helped me get very comfortable because I had to speak in front of large audiences. I was in California a lot, between Irvine and Torrance, because they have the Lincoln Design Center out there. I had to get very comfortable speaking and presenting. So all of the skill set that I have, from a marketing degree to corporate America to working as an entrepreneur, has all been tied into two categories: events and marketing. So if you come and work with me, I am not a newbie entrepreneur. I've been working for myself for 18 years. This is my 18th year. Can you believe that? 18 years! Still going. I've got hope. My Nana worked for herself till she was 92, so I got hope. So anyhow, I hope that you would consider being a part of this. But for now, let's dig in. Let's start talking about a little bit of fun. And one of the things throughout this next couple of days, we're going to talk about different formats for your online events. And just like I was telling you yesterday, you have a different engine in your car for pulling landscape equipment versus if you just got to run to the grocery store really quick. When it comes to your online event, the same thing. You might be able to start off with just doing a live stream, like using your phone, but then you might need to upgrade later on to software like Restream, or what's the other one? What's the name of that other streaming? There's BeLive, there's a couple of them. But then as you move up, and let's say that you're pulling in video and more intense presentations, you might need to get into broadcast software like I use, which is Ecamm. I absolutely love it. If you are a PC user, you would be vMix or OBS, Open Broadcast Software. So depending on what your need is for your event is going to determine sort of which car you're taking, which live stream you're taking. But the big thing is this. It doesn't matter which live stream you're taking or how you're going. You've got to get comfortable with defining what's the face of your business. And there's many ways that you can do this, whether it is you yourself, talking and being the face of your company. But some people don't feel comfortable doing that. So you may hire somebody else to be the face of your company. Or even most recently, I don't know if you've seen some of those AI videos that are generated. Have you seen it? Who has seen that? I'm just curious. They now, in fact, Shayna sent me one last night of another fellow entrepreneur, and it was an AI video, introducing their product. It was him talking, but it wasn't him. It was his AI. So these things are happening in real time. But even if you don't want to get into the fancy tech stuff, other things you can do is like this, no face, where you're just talking and you have slides that are happening and presentations and graphics and fun stuff that maybe is interactive, but you don't necessarily have to show your face. But you got a beautiful face, so why wouldn't you show it? Show that face. Anyhow, but I think that one of the big things to remember is the more you do this, the more comfortable you're going to get. Getting on stage or getting in front of the camera. And the more you do it, the better you're going to get. Maybe that's why we feel more comfortable, because we get better. I don't know. But one of the things that you do want to do is start determining what's the direction you're going to take. Are you going to be comfortable going on camera? I hope you are. And if you're not, first start off with your phone and shooting some videos that you record and just listen to yourself, go back and view it and keep practicing. It is a skill set, right? There's a lot of videos that you can watch online too that can help you improve your presentation skills. The one thing I can tell you is if you sign up for the 3-month mastermind, That's one of the things that I really do focus on. And my clients would testify over and over, working with them on their presentation, helping them learn ways to pause, slow down, enunciate, clarify. There's a lot of simple things that actually even happen even just with our face where we're telling a story. You know what I'm talking about? Do you know what I'm talking about? Your face speaks before your mouth does. And I don't mean necessarily if you got a pretty face, but it's conveying things to people. And that becomes one of the artful, playful parts of presenting, whether in person or on camera. But one of the things that you do need to really consider is you got to keep it interesting. Don't allow it to turn into a snooze fest. Come up with different ways that you can interrupt the pattern so people don't start falling asleep and wondering what the heck's going on. What the heck's going on? Things like audio, visuals, changing scenes, changing camera angles, doing things to make it interactive. But most importantly, above all of that, is be yourself. I think authenticity is going to be one of the key words that we hear in 2024 because people are sick of fake. Fake news, fake reality TV, fake Gucci. Just kidding. But the truth is we're craving people to be authentic. And I think as the AI stuff comes out even more, it's going to be interesting because we're still going to crave that human factor, that not so perfect factor, right? So just be willing to put yourself out there and do something a little bit unique and exciting. And part of the reason is because people have very short attention spans. They're saying that it's to the point that our attention span is almost as bad as a goldfish, like 1 second, 3 seconds. So you've got to find ways to keep your message short and know that it's okay if you have to make some changes and go back and adapt your message. That's okay. Just be willing to go in. You can repeat yourself. Somebody might not hear you. However, I do want to point out a couple of weeks ago, I was sitting in a training I was really excited about. And one speaking technique that you may not know about is where you reiterate words, and it's to create focus. So if you were saying, there was a shortage of food in the community, there is a shortage of food. So it emphasizes the sentence you said previously, right? But the problem is she kept using that technique every 30 seconds. It became annoying. So be mindful that you don't allow yourself to go on autopilot so much that you're not observant of the words that are coming out of your mouth. Use powerful techniques, but own it. Don't just let that technique run all over you. Find your voice and become comfortable with it. But these are techniques that you just want to be aware of so it doesn't become annoying. And people are like, how many times did she say, How many times did she repeat herself? You want to have a natural flow in conversation so people aren't analyzing subconsciously the words coming out of your mouth, and instead they embrace it. So this is another thing, like when it comes to your event online, some things that you can do to make it a little bit more interesting so people want to participate. I don't know if you've ever heard of these things, education, entertainment, the edutainment, where you're doing a combination of entertaining them and educating them on a certain topic. So having a little bit of this fun blended together makes your event where it's interesting to them and it's fun. Those are two things, if you're making a great drink, lemonade and ice sound good together, but, mud and coffee, not necessarily. So blending those two together can just make it where it's a little excitement and something they're interested in. Shayna wrote, I love how you say edutainment. I didn't coin phrase it. I don't know who said it. I think there was, yeah, I don't know who said that originally, but it's a strategy, edutainment. But yeah, isn't it kind of fun? It's got to be a little bit playful sometimes. All right, so going forward a little bit more, this is where this comes down to you. You right there. You have a message within you. You've got a gift. You have something that was within you throughout this course of life, and you have the option to either share it or you can be selfish and keep it to yourself. But if you choose to share it, what I want to say is get out there and do no holdbacks. Like dive full in and immerse yourself into giving what you have out to other people. Because if you kind of hold back and say, oh, I'm going to get there in a minute, you know, you might not have a chance to get there, to really share that message in a powerful way. So dig fully in and immerse yourself. So this is something I have for you. If you RSVP, you are going to get this link. I want to show this to you really quick. This is your online event planner. And this is going to make your life so much easier, so you know what the heck you're doing before your event even starts. So if you haven't registered, go over to elizabethmorosco.com/the art, and then you'll get a copy of that. And then I just want to show you this really quick. This is sort of, oops, what this looks like. Let me come over here. I'm going to take you to this little flip book. And in here, you're going to see that there are 3 main stages of preparedness for your online event, right? So the first thing that you want to do is have an understanding of what are the goals of your event. Let me see if I can open this up a little bit more. I'm kind of cutting off. Oops. Here we go. Thanks for your patience, you guys. Okay, let me see. Did this do it? I think we got it. I think we got it all on the screen, okay? Hopefully you can see. If it gets cut off, just drop it in the comments and I'll fix it again. All right, so the main things that you have are your event stage and planning it out. I included in this flip book a breakdown of each scene and an idea of all the details that you've got to get in there, including if you're going to do a workshop, if you have guests coming, or if it's just a solo presentation, when you need to do the wrap-up scenes, some helpful things for if you have any hiccups in the middle of your stream. And then I also included several ideas for your next online event, some keywords that can help get you going, and then a project task tracking sheet so that you can stay on track. If you register at elizabethmorosco.com/the art, you'll have access to this. I'm going to upload it tonight. So if you are already registered, just give me a little bit after this live stream and I'll be able to help you get that over on. We have a super secret page for everybody that did RSVP. So hopefully that can help you guys out. Try to RSVP. I got your RSVP. Catherine, right? It's Catherine Knight. Yeah, I got your RSVP. We had, we and a lot of people in the world had a pretty big hiccup with email February 1st. So I was talking about that at the beginning of the stream. So maybe that's why you didn't get it. But I will send you a direct message when we get done with the stream, and I'll give you the direct link. Okay? Sound good? All right. High five, girl. All right. So let's go a little bit further, and we're going to start getting into your actual message. So that book that I was just showing you is super helpful because it'll keep you on track with all of these details for your content messaging, even audio clips. You want to think about all of these details for your online event before you even start. You know, are you going to be running a B-roll video in the back clips? Do you have certain images, a logo? Do you have a certain font for your branding? All of these things need to be planned out so that you can nail it when you show up. And even details like your pre-show. Are you going to do a countdown timer? Do you have what's your welcome? We're going to work on that today at the end of this video. Just a few minutes, okay? So, and then we've got an intro, and then getting into your engaging chit chat. Speaking of engaging chit chat, how are you guys liking this so far? Are you getting any information out of this that's helpful? Let me know. And if you are, smash that heart or thumbs up. Okay, so those are like your pre-shows. And this is one of the things I want to talk to you guys about right here. Let's get serious. You gonna get serious with me? If you're hosting an event online and you really want it to be a professional experience, if you did this one thing, you're gonna level up instantly. And it's when the video goes, you're live, you don't stop and say, I'm going to wait and get a couple people on. I'm going to go and buy some people. No. People are swinging by. Be respectful of their time. Also, that first 3 seconds is going to, not even 3 seconds, 2 seconds, is going to determine if somebody's going to watch that video or scroll. It's not about you doing your marketing message while you're live. It's not. It's about your audience and giving them what you promised. And then they'll respect you for that. So as soon as you do that live, you don't wait. You jump into action. You know what you're going to say before you even hit the live button. Maybe not every word, but a general idea. I'm going to greet, and this is what I'm going to say. And we'll talk about a couple of tactics that you can use that are very powerful to help you get comfortable with those let's go live moments, okay? All right. Another thing that a lot of people don't know, like, have you heard the saying that when you go on camera, you gain 15 pounds? Well, I don't know if that's true. It might be true. But what I do know is that the camera zaps your energy. So for me, all the way in Michigan, looking at this glass lens and it's shooting a signal out to you, for me to build up that excitement, if I'm talking really soft and it's just a monotone kind of experience and I want to talk to you about events and marketing, I mean, that might be some cool pillow talk stuff, feeling a little tired, a little sassy. But if you're trying to inspire and get a message out, you've got to find ways to get your voice inflection up, to get your body energy up, to get your facial expressions up. And I'm not talking about in a fake way. I'm just explaining to you, I'm trying to share that when you are on these videos, you've got to find ways to communicate that energy that radiates off of you when you're in person, how to convey it through the lens so that people want to stay engaged and want to know more about what you have to say. If you can master this, it can become a game changer for the way that people feel when they're watching your videos. Are they bored? Are they enjoying it? I don't know. And I'm constantly practicing. I'm learning new skills. And sometimes when I haven't done live streaming or presentations in person, I have to dust off a little bit and get in there. Just like if you used to do competitive marathons and then you didn't do it for 5 years, you're going to have to dust it off. It's a skill set. So just remember that. All right, so we're going to practice. We're going to have a little bit of fun tonight, okay? This is your homework. And we'll go into more detail at the end, but this is your homework. That piece that you did yesterday for the event roadmap over here in the upper left-hand corner, you're going to actually take that and you're going to pull it together to create your video intro hook. Meaning, when somebody hops on your next live event, you know exactly what you're going to say. And it's not just random garble. It's strategic to why you're doing this in the first place, right? So starting off with explaining something happy that you're going to share with them or a pain point you're going to remove from them. Sharing who that video's for and then inviting them for a call to action. And I'm going to give you an example. You want me to give you an example? If you want me to give you an example, say yes. Give me an example. All right. So hypothetically, let's say we're doing live. And 3, 2, 1. Hey, if you're somebody that has been struggling with I don't know, what topic should I talk about? If you're somebody who's been struggling with content creation and you're feeling overwhelmed and you just want to get to that place that you can promote your business, it's time for you to finally take a step forward. Hello, fellow entrepreneurs. I'm Elizabeth Morosco. I've got an incredible program for you. If you click on the link below, you'll have an opportunity to learn more. Okay? So rough off the top, kind of blah, blah, blah. I want you to practice this tonight, right? And just use these 4, it's technically 3. You either are picking what's the point of happiness you're going to bring them, or what's the pain point you're going to remove. You're going to call them out, and then you're going to give a call to action. The reason why is because as soon as they scroll through on their phone, and they hear, hey, if you've been struggling with your content creation, if it's somebody that's struggling with their content creation, more than likely they're going to pause. Now, let's say that it was something with dementia. Hey, if you're somebody who is struggling to find resources for a loved one who is struggling with dementia, I've got an incredible opportunity. Being an adult child with parents that are aging can be incredibly difficult and stressful. But at my upcoming workshop, I'm going to show you ways that you can get back to living life fully again. Click on the link below. So I want you to practice this and do it. Just remember 3 things: removing pain or bringing joy, identifying who it's for, and then doing a call to action. All right, this is your hook, so that as soon as they're scrolling, as soon as they come into your event, they're like, wait a minute, this is pretty good stuff. I need to hear this, right? So don't bore them with, let me go invite a couple people and I'm gonna chit chat. No, as soon as you hit your event into the live mode, you are in action mode, okay? So does that sound good? All right, so going forward, let's go into this. Now, I just wanted to ask you while I'm talking to you, what are you doing right now? What are you doing? Are you reading that text right there? Because in fact, when you have too much text, people will read ahead and they're not going to pay attention to even what you're saying. They're not. Plus, it can be super boring for viewers that have nothing stimulating other than just words, no images, just blah, 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 blah. But they're stuck in their head reading by themselves. That doesn't sound fun. Were you reading this the whole time in the comments? Like, I'm just curious. We see this all the time. This is a major no when it comes to professional presentations. You do not overload it with text. You do a lot with images, brief words, and learning how to communicate just like you would in person. You're not sitting there talking to a friend and reading, let me read my script. No, it's not how it happens. You want to build these bridges and improve your communication. So remembering that people remember in images is going to be helpful for the way that your presentation runs. And it's going to be helpful in triggering what that image means to you so you know the right thing to say. Does that make sense to you? So images are a great trigger point for your memory, especially when it comes to presentations. I have a really powerful training on doing presentations without like any note cards or anything, doing it through memory. And I'm not talking about memorizing the presentation. Do not do that. It's a bad move. Don't do that. A lot of reasons. But if you're interested in that, it's something that we're going to be tying into during our 3-month program. So that might be something you're interested in. If you know you need to work on your presentation skills, definitely check out that 3-month mastermind that we're hosting. And one of the other things is, even with your live event, factoring in what are some of the audio sounds. People have different senses besides just what they see. It's also what they hear, how you make them feel. Have you ever seen a beautifully, like choreography for a dance that is just beautiful when it goes with the music, where it can send shivers down your spine? So remembering that as you're making your event can be key, because sound can invoke different emotions: fear, sentimental, excitement. And this could be through music, it could be through sound clips, even doing, little things here and there that you hear me do pretty regularly throughout our live streams. It just makes it a little bit fun. And it is a pattern disruptor, but it also can be a way of unifying people together. So remember, these are all different layers of your event. The way that you're speaking, like getting their attention right off the get-go, the images that you have, the sound that you have, tapping into every single sense. And a lot of businesses have even gone to the point with the online events where they're not only tapping into those sounds online or those senses online, they're doing things like mailing packages to people so they can touch, feel, see, because it's, again, triggering all of these different senses so that you can build this connection. And some places that you can get some sounds, Epidemic Sound, video sound blocks. I love that. Unsplash, Canva has some great stuff. I've been having a problem with them, though, lately, when I was using some of their music in our countdown timer with the little cool graphics and stuff. And Epidemic Sound keeps coming back and then doing copyright claims. I don't understand that. There's a way to connect my Canva account, but I don't know. So it's a topic for another day. But you just want to make sure that you're using sounds that are licensed to you or that are copyright free, so that you don't have somebody muting the sound on your live event. And I actually saved one of my clients from many moons ago. It was fortunate I came on the day that I came. It was the day before their event. They were getting ready to do all their lineup of all their music because they were doing a fashion show online for a fundraiser, and it was all great music. And I told them, I said, you can't use that. They'll shut your whole audio down. They'll turn it down, like where you won't even be able to hear the people that are speaking because you get the music blended into it. You can't do that. And it was funny. First she didn't believe me, and then thank God she went and looked. And, I ended up hooking them up with, I think, video blocks or something like that. But these are things that are important. Just because you love, Bob Seger or Journey or Tupac or Kanye, it doesn't matter. You can't play that music. You don't have rights for it. So don't mess up your whole event with that one little hiccup because it's what you wanted. Just because you want it doesn't mean you can have it, right? So it's just important to remember that. Okay, let me go back over here. Now, one of the other things is review. We talked about practicing and having patience, but equal to all of that, you got to go back and you got to review what you've created to see how can you improve. One big thing that I see with a lot of people that are newbies for presenting is, instead of looking at the camera lens like this, In fact, here, let's go this way so you can get a better effect. Instead of looking at the camera lens like this, a lot of times people will look at their video of them and then they're looking at themselves talking. And isn't it great? But can you see how it looks like I'm not even looking at you? I'm not reading or anything. I'm just looking at myself. It's not the same thing as when I do a direct chat to you through this little lens, right? So the reason why I say this to you is going back and viewing these videos, you'll see some of those things that you can improve. And you've got to not be hard on yourself. Because this is something, we've all done that. We've all done that until somebody said, hey, don't do that, do this. And then when you practice and you're looking at the camera, you're building that rapport, it's creating a connection. And you're doing it in a way where it feels like the person that's on the other side is, actually you're talking to them. And it takes practice, I oftentimes will get sidetracked. I'm looking at so much stuff on my computer, right? But you've just got to practice and then review it and then find out, how could I improve that intro or how could I improve that exit? And with every single live stream or event you do, I promise you, I don't care if you've been doing it for 2 months or 20 years, you will learn something after every single event you produce. But then the question becomes, do you learn and grow from it or do you keep repeating the same mistakes, right? So be willing to grow, be willing to try some new things. And if you go back and you watch your videos, you're going to be doing phenomenal on your next video. Taking some notes. All right. Facebook user said, thanks, good content. Need to sign PFF. I don't know. Poof. Okay, poof to you too. Thanks for coming by. They have AI now. I've got a bar right in front of my monitor, so I have to kind of do a little two-step dance. Okay, they have AI now that you, let's see, can look at other screens and AI will make it look like you are looking at the camera. They do. Descript has that. And it's for like a simple adjustment for your eye, but it's still best practices if you can learn to look at the camera, because a lot of times you may be doing presentations, it might not even be yours. It could be somebody else's. So if we can learn to get comfortable talking to the camera, later on it's going to benefit us in a lot of ways. Yeah, Descript is one of my favorite softwares for being able to cut snippets, create these awesome little video shorts. And they have started integrating all of this incredible AI, including the stuff where it moves the eyes to look at the camera. And they've started integrating some of the stuff with the video AI people. So 2024 is going to be a freaking wild ride. I'm really looking forward to see what we're going to have coming up. So, all right. So going on into practicing, just remember that, like, the more you do it, the better you're going to get. So go back and be honest with yourself. Don't get overly critical while you're watching your videos. Like, I did. No, it's just make a couple observations so you can get better and improve. Consistency is key. If you can do that, make little incremental improvements, that's going to be helpful. Self-loathing and destructing on yourself watching your video, not helpful. So just remember the difference. Don't be too critical. And when you are live or doing events, remember, people like bloopers. So if you mess up, it's okay. I don't think that you guys are mad at the beginning of this video. I had was it like a solid minute, 35 seconds, no audio? It's kind of funny. Everybody got to drop me a message. No audio, right? So it's okay. And you remember this? You remember this guy? My point being, people have short attention spans. We were just talking about these fish a few minutes ago. But you've got to remember that while you're going through your presentation too, so you can keep your audience on track. And the big thing is, have fun with this. You know, events are an incredible opportunity to bring people together, even whether it's in person or virtually, it's still a gathering of people. So enjoy the experience and don't be afraid. So for your homework tonight, I really would love it if you tried to do this because this is a powerful skill set. You know how forever we talk about our elevator speech? Well, this is the new version of the elevator speech. What's your hook? So practice this just at least once tonight. Go in, pick out what is something that's happy, or you're going to remove a pain point. Who is this for? And then invite them for a call to action. You know, it could be click on the link, visit this website. It's more about practicing than it to have to be perfect, right? And I want to challenge you. If you are comfortable and you want to do it in the group, go live in the group. You have my permission. Go live in the group, practice, introduce yourself. But start off, like if you hit that button live and you go in the group, go right into it. Okay? Like don't pause and say, let me think. What am I going to say? You know, you can talk after. Just like as soon as you hit that live button, say, hey, have you wanted to know blah, 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 blah. Like, get it. Okay, so tomorrow is going to be a lot of fun, you guys. We're going to talk about revenue generating ideas. Some of these are, you know, some of the typical, you know, how to get a client, but we're going to dig into some other areas that you may have not thought of for sponsorships, investors, and in fact, for the longest time, my digital marketing, it wasn't through necessarily end consumers, it was through sponsors, and we were doing a lot with like the Kudos magazine. There's a lot of ways to make revenue, but you've got to be strategic about it. Be willing to try new things, explore new ways. And you know what? That makes life a little bit more fun too if you're willing to explore. So today, excuse me, that's about all that I have for you today. But as you're going through and you're trying these new little experiences with your business, be kind to yourself. And know you might have some hiccups, but it leads an opportunity for you. Because ultimately, hiccups are opportunities. If you're around me enough, you're going to hear me say that all the time. Hiccups are opportunities. And I want you to have an amazing event planning journey. Be kind to yourself. Get out there and practice on your video confidence, just with little daily increments. If you can't do it daily, try to go live at least once a week in your group or on your page or on your profile. All right, that's all I have for you today. If you guys are interested in getting on board with that 3-day challenge, let me pull this up really quick. I just want to encourage you to come be a part of something that is going to be incredible, and it's focused on your business. It's focused on giving you tools and resources that you need to really be able to level up your business and not feel like you're doing it alone. So you can get in for this 3 months for just $9.97. $9.97, or you have the option to do 3-month pay of $400 a month. It's going to give you, let's put this right here. Whoop. It's going to give you the ability to work with an event pro who has over 20 years experience. I'm going to save you time, frustration, headache, and I'm going to empower you with the tools that you need to be able to win big in 2024 when it comes to online events and marketing and so much more. So don't delay. Tomorrow, 2 p.m., come hang out with me if you want to know about how to make some revenue online and you want to figure out new ways to level up your events. So in the meantime, be good, be happy, and most definitely, you guys, be blessed. We'll see ya. Bye. Do your homework. Do that video. Do it, do it, do it.
E-Camp Fam. E-Camp Fam is the name of the jam. This is a jam for the E-Camp Fam.